He's quitting acting. Nicolas Cage, the Cage Rage, the Rage Essence, KJ Essence. He's quitting. He's done. So he came out and announced basically he's got 3 or 4 more movies left. Not the 3 or 4 more movies that he's got listed on his IMDb. Probably going to be a little bit above that. And he actually based this on his father because his father died. When did his father die? I can't remember where it was actually. Basically, he's basing it on his father dying at a certain age, and because of that, he's like, right, I've got X, Y, and Z amount of years left in me.
Yeah.
Sad. I think. Shame.
But, I mean, he's been doing like films like left and right, and for a while he was just doing anything that.
Do you know why though?
Because of taxes. Taxes.
Because he had was it $14 million IRS?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know, but he cleared his debts last year. Which is great. And he also said, hey, look, you know, quite wholesome reasons as well. So his father died at age 75. He's like 59, isn't he? 60. So he's like, well, I've got, 3 or 4 more movies left in me. It takes you quite close to that age. It takes you close to, that's about 65-ish. And then he's got, a couple more years left. Because basically he says he just wants to spend it with his wife and kids. He just wants to enjoy himself.
That's smart.
That's really nice. But he says he's open to doing TV. Can you imagine Nicolas Cage in a TV show? Nicolas Cage Star Wars Disney Plus show. I would.
Or an actual real national. Or an actual real national treasure.
Watch that in an instant, Nick.
No, I think he's better than Disney Star Wars. Like,
okay, yeah, no, fair enough.
like I don't want to see him like that's bottom of the barrel at this point.
That's true.
Like he deserves to be in projects better than Disney Star Wars. Don't go out like that, Nick Cage.
We didn't say any of that, but
yeah,
he says, I do want to explore other formats. I'm very interested in immersion streaming because this guy's really intelligent. If you've watched him in interviews, he's a very intelligent chap.
Yeah.
In immersion streaming with episodic television, I have seen things that can be done now with characters and the time they're given to express themselves. I saw Bryan Cranston stare at a suitcase for an hour on one episode of Breaking Bad. We don't have time to do that in a feature film, so maybe television is the next best step for me. We'll see. After 45 years of doing this, that in over 100 movies, I feel I've pretty much said what I've had to say with cinema, and I'd like to leave on a high note. Adios. I think I have to do maybe I have to do maybe 3 or 4 more movies before I can get there, and then hopefully switch formats and go into some other way of expressing my acting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I said in my video, and I didn't catch this last part, bit of this interview, I said he actually would have left on a high note with Pig, right? Did we all watch Pig or not?
I did not see it, but I heard good things about it.
It's an exceptionally good film. If you haven't seen it, it's exceptionally good. Unfortunately, it looks like perhaps the trailer was of detriment to the film because they kind of made it out to be a bit like John Wick-esque. Now, I never watched the trailer. I just heard it was great, so I watched Pig without the trailer. And people who had watched the trailer felt a bit disappointed with it. But if you've not watched the trailer, don't watch the trailer. Just watch the film, and you will go, that is one of his best performances. 20, 30 years. It's so good. It's an exceptional performance from Nicolas Cage. It's very, very good. But I said he could have gone out on that as a high note. That was amazing.
Yes.
And so he says here, he would have liked to have left on a high note like his latest release, Dream Scenario, but I have other contracts that I have to fulfill. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm going to be very severe and very stringent on the selection process moving forwards. Dream Scenario is pretty good. I like Dream Scenario. And a lot of people are probably laughing and joking, going, he's going to be stringent with his films, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he starred in a lot of shit, and he did that. He chose to work his way out of debt. it was a choice. You know, he could have taken an easy road out of it, basically, but he chose to work his way out of that debt, which I think you gotta give him props for, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I would
thoughts?
seeing him. I think television would be good for him moving forward. I mean, look at Kevin Costner in
Yellowstone.
in Yellowstone. He would be good in something, you know, if he got with a good writer, good showrunner like Tyler Sheridan. So I'd be all for him doing a show if it's a good show, you know, on that level and scale.
You mentioned that, right? But he says Breaking Bad, right? So if he got like with
Another
Vince
great show.
Gilligan, if he got with
Yeah.
Vince Gilligan, that would be a great pairing because those guys are bright, man.
Yeah.
Another
great showrunner.
I don't think there's much, like, if I'm looking around the array of TV now, like what he, you know, could kind of slot into that's out now, basically. I don't think there's much that he'd be quite good in.
I think if you were going to do anything Disney, I know Nick freaked out when we mentioned Star Wars, but if you were going to do anything Disney, you could just come back and do a real National Treasure show, because the one that they put out was dog doo-doo. Yeah,
well, they won't now, because that'll sort of spit in the face of their agenda of, you know, putting a chick in it, making it lame and gay. So can't really do that, can you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so a few years back, for instance, if this was fast forward a few years, time melds together, I think he'd be quite good in something like Fargo, for instance.
Oh yeah,
you know, quite a long sort of, you know, long form episodic series, that type of thing, and that would work for him. But there's not really much now that's coming out that I look at and go, there's not much now, in fairness, that's coming out that has any actors of note in it either.
Okay, so if you put him and Goggins together in that Fallout thing, that would have been great.
That would have been good. I could totally see him in that for sure.
Yeah, like that. There really is nothing else coming out, is there, to be honest?
I don't know, but the chat's on fire over there. I'm watching the chat.
Reacher season 2 here in next week drops. You never saw first season though, did you, Nate?
It's good.
So good.
I know. I got so much crap to watch. I got so much crap to watch. Yeah. Maybe Tom, what do you think Nick would be good in on a series if he was switching to TV?
I think I can do all the shows. I should do a comedy, a drama, and a romance, because I'm a loving man. Hi. I'm a treasure protector.
So any recommendations, suggestions, any thoughts? What do you think about?
I think I should be a cop or a cowboy or a cowboy cop.
What do you think about him quitting? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Dave?
that's a good question.
What's a what?
What do you think about Nick quitting, Tom?
What am I quitting?
Acting.
Oh my god!
Says
like actually, what do we think about? What do you think about?
Who said such a horrible lie? No, I don't think Nick's going anywhere. I don't think he is. He says it now, but his kids are getting older. He's freaking out because his dad, I think, passed away at 75. Dude looks better at the age of 60 than I do at 43, right? So I think he's fine. Sure, he's lived a hard life, but I don't think he'll get bored. He'll get bored after a couple of years, and he'll be like, I got to do something. And I mean, if he gets to do a TV show like a Taylor Sheridan show, that might be right up his alley. But yeah, because I could see him doing something like Tulsa King.
Oh yeah, like what Stallone's doing. Yeah.
Or the new one he's got, Lawman.
What's that?
The Lawman Bass Reeves show.
Yeah, the new Tyler Sheridan show, something along that. A cowboy cop, you know, like Tom was saying a minute ago.
Cowboy or cowboy cop.
Yeah.
Oh, you're wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt. Look at
my
that.
new shirt.
Yeah.
Vintage looking.
Vintage.
That's not really vintage.
Well, there we go. Nicolas Cage quitting acting. You will be missed, Nicolas Cage. You will be missed. Genuinely. What a shame. If you quit acting.
I mean, if he does 3-4 movies and then he does a TV show that takes him up to 70, I mean, that's pretty much retirement age anyway. So
But it's got good innings, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty decent.